to being live? Yeah.
It's too loud, buddy.
Let me know.
Okay.
When you see me.
I'll let you know.
Yeah, I think we are. Okay. Welcome to another live stream by yours truly, a fashionable father. And we're broadcasting live from Sandscript Studios. Or I think Sandcastle. Who coined it? Sandcastle? I think it was Dan H.
Oh, you're up.
I'm up? Okay.
Yep.
How do I sound? Yes, as you can tell, this is a different backdrop from last time. I didn't like that blank wall, and my office is not as cool as Megan's. So,
happy wife, happy life.
Happy wife, happy life. That's right, and she deserves this. And I really like my little office downstairs. Yeah, so this is the new spot. Obviously, a little more. You can see a little more. This is a fantastic bedroom, and then a little office off to the side of it, and it's very, very cool. Josh Miller, what's up, buddy? Hey, thanks for the question on Instagram. I'll get to the questions in a little bit. And welcome. I don't think I've ever seen you here. Arthur wants to make an appearance quick.
Hi.
Hi, bud.
This is quick. You're embarrassed?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, it's good for you to say hi. Thank you, bud. Okay. If you're new here, what we do is pretty much just go over some topics, stuff that I want to talk about, fashion-wise, also what's going on in our life, other things. We keep it fresh. We keep it loose.
Yes, we do.
Nice, man. Well, thanks, Josh. Thanks for coming through. And yeah, it's fun. We have a good crowd that comes through and asks questions. And again, so thank you for starting me off right with something. On the topics this week, what are we doing? I'll catch you guys up. We did go to Colorado for Arthur's spring break. Sadly, Maggie was not on spring break, so she wasn't able to join us. But we kind of planned this at the beginning of the year anyways, because we knew that that was going to be the case.
And I'm so glad that you do that, because I think there needs to be some bro time.
Yeah.
Father and son adventures.
Yeah, completely agree. Like, yeah, I think that's actually someone did tell me that when he was like a baby. They were like, dude, have those times. Dan H. What's up, buddy? Welcome, man. I know, right? He's getting big, isn't he? He's getting big, and it's funny because we don't see it, right? I mean, we do every once in a while. We're like, oh, but it's slow. Welcome, Dan. Always welcome. Topics to this time is going to be spring and summer style, style barriers, and style tips is what I wanted to go over. And also, I want to go over just a few questions I got off of Instagram. I think I did that a little too late. That's okay. What? As far as updates, like I was saying, we went to Colorado. We went to Casa Bonita. If you guys are not familiar with that, go watch the documentary. It's a funny, interesting restaurant that has been in Colorado forever. Of course, since I grew up there, I'm very familiar with it. And then South Park made a funny, I think, episode about it a long time ago. I think kind of put it on the map. But that place, even when I was growing up, was pretty dilapidated and I guess really beat up. So, shoot, I didn't even say hi to Paul. Yeah, hey, Paul. What's up, bud?
Paul and Elizabeth.
Paul and Elizabeth. Yeah, nice. That's right. That's right. Elizabeth, Arthur knows Elizabeth. Yeah, welcome, man. Thanks for coming through. But yeah, so Casa Bonita the documentary shows South Park actually buying the place. And I think if anybody else had bought that place, they would have torn it down. It was that bad. And they threw like 40 million, I guess, is the number. They put 40 million into that place. Yeah. And I guess people in the restaurant game are like, that's not even worth your time. Like, they'll never make their money back. I imagine they're using it as probably a tax shelter at this point. But Colorado's lucky. Colorado's lucky to have, some overpriced rich guys come through. And I think the only reason they had to keep it is because they're famous. Because if they don't want to be known as the people who destroyed Casa Bonita, right? So it's almost like they were so deep in that they had to keep it. And they had to do something with it. I'm doing fine. Do I look beat up?
Dan.
Dan, don't mess with me, man. Okay, don't mess with me like that. I'm doing fine. Maybe I think I'm a little nervous this time. I don't know why. I feel like I have just an audience, and this is the first time I actually have one. Dan knows how, right? Dan knows how to get to me. I'm a bum. What else? Yeah, I'm doing good. Okay, all right. Yeah,
He's
it's a little more gray.
Tim was
Yeah,
a little
more
bit
gray.
nervous, and I don't know exactly where that's coming from. There's always a little bit of nerves prior to a live stream, but
I think I enjoy it. I think I enjoy the nerves. Yeah?
yeah, I think you do.
Silence.
I mean,
just a constant silence. Instant.
What else? What other updates are going on in the house? It's not less flattering either, okay?
Oh my God, Dan.
Dan is just mean.
Dad.
Damn heckler. I'm gonna are you can you kick people out of a live stream? I'm joking. Of course not. No, this is a fantastic angle, okay? In my opinion. Anyways. Back to the topics and off the we wanted to get with the spring fashion. Nice. And the lady convinced you. That's a good gal. That's a good gal, Josh. Yeah, I love knitted polos. I like to think that I was ahead of it. I like to think I was ahead of the knitted polo phase. But this is from Proper Cloth. Proper Cloth is a fantastic company. I actually was going to probably talk about that, Josh, with Staples. When that was your question. As far as quality staples, Proper Cloth is definitely quality. Price points up there, but a good company. And yeah, that's a good lady. You got a good lady, bud. And it's good. It's good to be inspired by the lady. It's especially if you're in a pretty decent relationship and you can trust her, and she's not trying to turn you into a doll where she likes to dress you how she wants to see you, right? Like if she listens to you and stuff. I think I've talked about that in the past. I think I did a TikTok where I said, unless you're married, don't listen to women. But that's a whole nother topic. What else? If you want, I did do a vlog on the live or the visit to Colorado, and it shows what we did. We went to this really cool restaurant out at the airport called what was it called? Perfect Landing. And that was really cool too, like a little kind of posh spot where you can overlook the airport and Gulf Streams and stuff in the background. So that was fun, and I don't know, it was good. It was good. My vlogs don't get a lot of attention. It's mostly like shave videos and stuff. So, but they're still fun to watch, and I feel like I do a good job telling stories on those. Okay, should we just dive in?
Go for it.
To the spring summer style. Nice. Oh, good. Yeah. So yeah, you're into fashion. Yeah, that's most of the people that come through my live stream are the people who, like, we all kind of agree and we're on the similar path as far as caring about fashion and stuff. So nice. Welcome. Hello, Carla. Welcome.
Sans fam.
Okay. First off, as far as like spring fashion, I think I'm a little late in that regard, but I don't know why I got so inspired. Let me see if I can get in here. By this photo by the rake. I don't know. I just got enamored with pastels, and especially that green and that blue, that whole suit, all that. I don't know if I'd love the how slack that suit is, but I was just feeling this. And this whole editorial or whatever on Kevin is just phenomenal.
Oh wow!
Like, yeah, he looks fantastic. Look at that pinstripe, and man, the colors. God, whoever did these photos was just phenomenal. So that's all me. You know me. I'm loving the spring fashion. And if you're rocking suits, and look at those high-waisted pants, baby. Look at those high-waisted pants. And a t-shirt. Yeah. You can do a t-shirt. You can do a t-shirt under a suit jacket, not be called Miami Vice. And someone will call you Miami Vice no matter what. That's a good looking suit. That almost looks like peach. No? But yeah. But per usual, I do not want to restrict you to suits when we can talk about Coachella, baby? This actually was inspired by Maggie. She goes, you want to do something about a fashion, talk about Coachella. And if anybody wants to know about Coachella, not doing so great this year, apparently. Not the most enjoyable process. I guess there was like a 9-hour line or some ridiculous thing to get through security or something.
I mean, that's stuck in your car.
So what I did, yeah, I know they were stuck in their car for 9 hours.
Yes.
Oh my
I
God.
can't even imagine.
Per usual, whenever you search anything fashion-wise, it's always women, right? It's hard to get like men's fashion. But the trend I kind of started to see was like this, it was either like a very Western or kind of gypsy vibe. I don't know if they were just trying to cosplay the desert, but I have noticed, is Western a thing? Am I late to this? I didn't even realize that Western was kind of making a big comeback.
Maybe because
Am I wrong?
it is in the desert, and there is maybe a more of
That's what I'm thinking.
permission to dress like that.
But there was a lot of heavy Western stuff. I'm loving this vibe though. I'm loving this kind of like printed shirt. I love that. That's always a good look. And that doesn't seem too Western to me. That seems very resorty, which that's the route I'd go. But this is very gypsy. Oh, and yeah, like scantily clad. No wonder everybody goes to festivals. I was never.
No wonder everybody goes to festivals. These are the scantily clad people.
Scantily clad ladies. No, that was funny because I grew up with, or Megan and I grew up with, like you go see a band and then they had an opening act. That's it. And I think the more I heard of festivals, the more I disliked the whole concept of like too much, just too many people, too much everything. I know that blue shirt did, right? That blue shirt just made that whole, but also like who's rocking pastel green, right? Who's rocking pastel green and making it happen? The light beige, yeah, it was your favorite. Look at you, Josh. You and I are on the same page. What the? Oh yeah, I think the Western style. Yeah, I would agree, right? Well, I mean, I wouldn't know. I feel like when I was doing some live streams, I noticed that the Western thing was kind of making a comeback. That, and of course, Beyonce helped it with her very Western driven album. So, and like kind of like Maggie said, I think that's a Coachella thing too, being out in the desert, Southwest.
And it's hot.
It's hot. But there was a lot of cowboy hats I was kind of seeing. Mm-hmm. Let's continue with the spring fashion. This is probably one of my favorite companies right now as far as clothes. Not the cheapest price point, but Casa Atlantic, their spring line just looks fun, looks vintage, looks cool. They have probably the best, in my opinion, pants right now. They just, all they're doing is fits, right? These are just kind of, they've named different fits, and they're all high-waisted. So if you guys want to lean into high-waisted like me, this is where to go. Yeah, $180 for those pants. I mean,
that's not bad.
That isn't right, actually, and especially for something as specific as that. Mm-hmm. I did have someone try these on, and I think they looked really, really good. I haven't bought any yet. I really, really want them. I know this is going to sound vain. I really want them to send me some, and I don't know. I don't think they will. I don't think I'm even on their radar, but I might reach out because that would be nice just to,
But can I ask you, do you feel like there's more options now than there were?
Oh, of course. Absolutely.
Last year or the year before?
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. They're still very European though. There's, I don't think you can't go look at, and none of the major brands in the United States are doing it yet, except for probably Polo. And I think Polo, when I last looked, it was their high end stuff. Mm. None of their like kind of, I'm trying to think. Yeah, I would say I've tried to force Abercrombie to. Oh God, I'm not gonna say that again. I'm not gonna say it again.
Say it. Abercrombie.
The move. That's right. Alan, what up, buddy? When did you get here? Oh yeah, right there. Oh yeah, Alan.
Hi, Alan.
Hey, what's up, bud? Welcome, man. Always nice to see you as well. Kevin Big fits or pants. I know, right? That photo shoot just inspired me. Inspired me like everything spring and summer. It is. And I think, Alan, you might be feeling it more, right? Yeah, because you're over in Ireland. So you're probably feeling it a little closer than we are here in the States. There's this company, I'm thinking of doing probably a quick like short or reel or anything. about some recent pants I got. I wore them in the vlog. They look fantastic. They're from Universal Surplus, and it's basically a company out of Europe selling stuff for dead stock stuff, right? Vintage stuff and dead stock stuff. So it's like, you know, old French military pants, British khaki pants and stuff like that. And they're all high waisted and look amazing. Peanut Parma. And is that the men's big fashion show? Is that what that is? I always forget. I know. I should really pay attention. I think that happens in January, right? So bad.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Polo 600-pound trousers.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember those. Wow, Josh. Yeah, you and I. Same page. Yeah, exactly. I remember looking at them and thinking, oh, those are really good, nice pants. And they were $600. Going, yeah, that's about my price point. Well, not really. I spent close to, anyways. Jameer's here?
Yeah.
I didn't see that. When did he come through?
Soren 550.
Oh, what up, Jameer? Welcome. Welcome. Yeah, nice to see you. Oh, what a good turnout. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Oh, well, Berlin's one of those international cities, dude. That's one of those international cities, man. They're representing. And they've got a lot of style. They got a lot of style. They hit, I did a long time ago, I did a video on the top fashionable cities. I think I put Berlin in there. Did I? I can't remember. I remember investigating that. Yeah, Berlin is fantastic, man. That's a cool city. And yeah, they're doing their thing. Am I still talking about men? Oh, let's talk about what's coming up next. Ooh, let's go do the questions that I got from Instagram. I didn't get a lot.
Josh mentioned Penny Parma as a place like he likes to look for fashion, and it's the main men's thing, right? Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it happens. Nice. When does that happen, bud? I should really know when this happens. I think it's in January. Oh no, this is a company. I'm sorry. Sorry, dude. What's the thing I'm thinking about? That's the big event for all the men in Europe. It's a fantastic event.
The Milan? In Milan?
No.
Oh.
No, it happens in Italy, I think. What am I thinking, guys? Sorry. I really should know. Yeah, Penny Parma. Wow. Yeah, talk about resort wear. Talk about, oof. Let me show you this. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, look at that. Turtlenecks, baby. Turtlenecks making a comeback. Well, at least they're not hitting here quite yet. Probably hitting in Europe pretty close. Look at some pants here. You know me, it's all about the pants. I think I start with pants and then I build from there. I feel like the shirts, we don't have a lot going on with shirts. Yeah, I like this. I'll be honest. I'm leaning towards a bigger leg. I think the legs are a little too tight still on some of these places. Boom, 288. God, those are pretty though. Look at how pretty those are. I'm in the way here. No. Anyways, that's beautiful. Where am I at? I lost my train of thought here.
No, your YouTube is a little delayed.
Oh yeah.
So I'm finally seeing the images.
So yeah, exactly. I know I'm a little.
Yeah, I could see where you said that they were a little bit too thin.
Dan H, is that what I'm talking about? Am I talking about I think that's what I'm talking about. Is it the one in London? I thought it was the one in Italy. Yeah, so Europe's still running pretty tight because over here I feel like the United States is definitely getting baggy, right back to baggy. So like everything is oversized now. Mian, Irish Mian. You always got the very specific call out there, Dan. A medium, yeah. Yeah, interesting. So that's like on to your question, Josh. As far as staples, I'm I've got some great advice from Carla. That's right. She's always told me throughout that when you're buying something that's trendy or like a very, very specific piece that you might only wear for a year, don't buy quality, right? Don't buy quality on that. You might only have it for a year. But staples, classic stuff and staples too, buy quality, right? So I think if you're asking me, some of the companies that I would gravitate towards for staples would be Madewell. Madewell is a really good company. They have just, your old reliable, good jeans, good sweaters, good, all this stuff. And it's all going to be pretty quality stuff. And not, every time I go to Madewell, I don't think I ever see like that standout piece. And I'm like, oh, I've got to have that just because I know I'll be the only one wearing it or something, right? I seldom see that, but you can always go and get a good t-shirt or a good sweater and any of this stuff that's, pretty muted, nothing super bold. Madewell's really good. Buck Mason is really good. I think their price point's slightly above Madewell. And of course, fantastic staples, fantastic quality, really good fit too. I think they're leaning into more modern fit, not some of their stuff is kind of slightly high-waisted. Again, just quality all day. And a lot of the stuff you're going to easily have for multiple years. So you'd be safe with Buck Mason. Another really cool company is the Bronson MFG Co. They I think people think they're made in Japan. I think most of their stuff is made in China, but still high quality stuff. And this is not, I wouldn't say go to Staples, but if you want these t-shirts are fantastic. They're loop wheel, if you are familiar with those. Loop wheel is it means like it has no seam. Like they make it on a loop wheel, so it's a little more expensive to make. And what's the 10.5 ounces? That's a 10.5 ounce cotton. That's a heavy cotton. So if you've ever been stressed about wearing a white t-shirt and it's, like super thin or see-through, you don't have to worry about it with these. These are nice and thick. Chad, what up, buddy? Chad, I feel like that name is familiar. Chad, maybe not.
Oh, enjoy.
Look at that, making an appearance. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can't stay too long. You'll distract everybody. All right, no kidding, right? Because most of those t-shirts, right? If I know it made like a huge splash because of the bear, and everybody was like, "You got to go get a loop wheel white tee," and I think they were selling for like $60 a pop everywhere you went. Cheers to everybody. A little day drinking on a Sunday. Yep. Yeah, Chad, absolutely. Have I seen you here before? I feel like your name looks familiar. Yeah, the Buck Mason's fantastic, and also yes, absolutely. I've got no, I don't have a tank top from Bronson, but their quality's on point, and yeah, go get one. I think you would love it. Okay, so Dan H, yeah, London's been baggy for a while. Bossy knitwear, probably. You know me in the knitwear. I would love that. I feel like I had another staple for you. Maybe not. No, I didn't. Madewell. I mean, you can always go to Gap. Gap is okay, right? Feels very pedestrian. And I feel like Gap still has pretty decent quality. Even Banana Republic, you can get some pretty decent staples from Banana Republic.
Although I feel like strange about Banana, may I interject here?
Please do.
Sometimes I feel like their pieces are museum pieces. Like I don't see them actually being functional. I don't know. I get that kind of, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. But that I just don't feel that they're very...
But that's specifically for you, yeah?
Yes, that's from...
But you're kind of, I guess you're kind of right. They lean towards a very specific time. I feel like sometimes they're lost, though. They had a great run like a year ago.
They did.
And then they just, I don't know, they didn't stick with it. But that was a real specific run. That wasn't staples. Yeah, you know it, Dan. I don't want to hear anything else about that right now. Okay.
What are you talking about? Oh, the dog. You get me. Give me a hard time.
Of course he is.
I'm just trying.
That's
to
right. Okay.
Tame. With the beer.
Yeah. Good. Yes, that's right. That's why you look familiar. Thanks, man. Trying to stay fly is right, bud. Right? Trying to stay fly. Yeah, so that was a. I feel like that answered your question. Yeah, Josh. That's where I'm going. And buy less, right? I keep saying that less is more, less is more, less is more. Buy high quality and buy less. And I don't know. I was about to say you try to buy vintage, but you don't want to try to buy your Staples vintage. It's too much work. Another question I got, what cologne do I wear? And I don't wear too much cologne, shamefully. I only wear cologne when I take Megan out for a date, and it's Tom Ford, which is fantastic.
Oh my God.
But the thing is,
good.
it's so old because I've used so little of it. I don't even think I can get it anymore.
No.
Because I was at Sephora, getting an old gift for the lady, get some makeup for myself. No, I'm joking. No, but I was looking at perfumes and, or colognes, and nothing smelled to my taste. And the Tom Ford didn't smell like the stuff I like. So what I'm thinking of doing is going to one of these little spots right here. I want to do a scent bar. I want to go to one of these spots and actually create my own scent. I think that'd be phenomenal. I think that'd be so cool to do. And just kind of maybe even take the Tom Ford in and go, this is kind of what I'm looking for. This is the feel I'm looking for. And I've heard nothing but good things about places like this. So eventually, and I'll probably make a video about it, I'd like to think. But there's one down here in LA. It's called, obviously called Lucky Scent. And I think there's another one out in Santa Monica. I think there's quite a few of these. I don't really know of a chain that's doing it, but I wouldn't mind checking that out. And yeah, I don't know why. I feel like, I don't know why I don't wear more cologne. Maggie, would you like me to wear more cologne?
Well, that would be odd because I see you at home. So are you going to put on cologne while you're wearing your casual wear?
You know it.
We don't go out that much.
That's the whole rub. But like cologne for me, it's a date night, right? It's going out for something. But that's what I'm saying. Like I don't smell nice for you on a regular. I like she has lotions, so she smells fantastic.
Smell nice.
Yeah.
Maybe you should try a lotion that's scented. Maybe not.
Sorry, what? I was reading.
I was just saying maybe you should try a lotion for yourself.
No, I'm not gonna do that. No, because like lotions are tedious for me. You know what I'm saying?
Oh no, I don't. But okay. You could, what it does is you use it after you take a shower.
And Porsches, right, Chad? I think they did. They had like an old school Porsche in one of their magazine ads or whatever. Amy Leon, not familiar. Did a Grit with Crab with Blake's a while back. Okay.
Ooh, Davidoff. Cool water.
Ooh, you know what?
Cool water.
Research that. Yes, fragrance is our whole thing, and I don't think, like, obviously, I do way too much motivating. Everything has to be a video, right? So I'm like, it's so hard to talk about fragrances in a video, and to me, I think fragrances are very, very personal, very personal. So thank you for the recommendation, Josh, and I'll run with it, right? But it's hit miss. I could smell it and go, oh no, it's not for me at all, right? Everything's about fragrance is personal. That's why I think I want to go to one of those scent bars. Fresh air and rain.
I mean, that's
so Irish of you, Alan.
Right? Well, the cool Irish.
The cool air. Sorry, we're so bad.
I love it.
No, it's awesome. It's awesome. Yeah, me too. I will check it out for sure. Because that's the other thing. It's like, why not take a recommendation?
I also like what Chad just said, is that he has a fragrance for spring, summer, and another one for fall, winter.
See, I could easily see myself getting into that. Yeah, good, right? So you're smelling good around the other dads. Mm-hmm. I get it. Yeah, because like your skin type alone will exude did I say that right? A different scent, right? Did I answer? I got another question. This was kind of via Instagram. but someone asked me, they were very nice. They were very nice and complimented my hair in one of my videos, which, you know, that's always awesome. I think men care about their hair more than they want to admit. And so I wanted to tell them, they were complimenting me, like, what products do you use, right? I think I've gotten this question in the past, and I'm about to get on a soapbox. So Megan, just strap in.
Okay.
Because I don't use much product at all in my hair. I refuse to do
Products.
love the accent attempt. On your clothing is rather than your skin. Nice recommendation, Dan. Thank you. Yeah, that does make sense, actually. And I like that sometimes, like when you put a shirt back on, not that, because sometimes I don't, anyways, I don't want to go divulge that much, but I don't wash my clothes a lot because I want my clothes to stay high quality. Does that make sense? So I don't wash them a lot. So they still have a scent of cologne on them sometimes, the rare times I wear. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I was talking about hair. I'm lucky I have wavy hair. And however, I've always kind of been slightly obsessed with it. And a long time ago,
Yep.
I've always dealt with the process of it being dry or frizzy or way too curly. It's lost a little of its curl, obviously getting older. And
of course, getting married does take a little bit of your curl out.
Took a toll. Took a toll, apparently. So I stopped washing it. I think that's the main thing I tell people is I stopped washing it. However, I really stopped washing it, and I think it started to bother Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
So I do use Terra Essentials. Terra Essentials, again, not a sponsor. They would never ever give me anything free. They don't care about people at all as far as advertising them. But love this company. This is a clay shampoo. Megan does not love it for Arthur. I try to put it on Arthur. She won't do it.
Okay.
She calls it baby poop. Like, come on. That's not a sell. That's not a pitch for this. This is not baby poop. So, but this is, I like to better call it clay because there's other companies that are selling it now that got into that space. I 100% believe in it. I think a lot of shampoo beats up your hair big time and just dries it out. And then why are you drying out your hair and then putting conditioner in it to moisturize it? So to me, it's always less is more per usual. I 100% believe in supplements. Mm-hmm. I do. I 100% believe in, I do take evening primrose. I do take fish oils every day. I think I got told this a long time ago. I think I mentioned this before, but I'm from Denver, and Denver was way drier than even California, and probably the driest place in the country. And we were always combating it. And so someone told me I had to have good oils. Yeah, I said this in the last stream, so I am kind of repeating myself. But anyways, good oils in your system is huge. So supplements are huge for your hair. And I am getting into other routines that I have been fed on Instagram. Mm-hmm. I do believe in rosemary water. You can get fresh rosemary and you boil it and you put it in a spray bottle and you literally spray it on your hair. I spray my hair almost all the time to comb it because I have to, right? I have to wet my hair to comb it. But I'm now putting rosemary water on my hair and I find it fantastic.
Supposed to do?
It's supposed to keep your hair fresh.
Okay.
It's supposed to keep it thick, voluminous, all that. I don't think I said that correctly. Anyways, I know it's a part of my vanity. A lot of us have it. But mind-wise, it makes me feel good. Also, I do feel like I kind of went through this phase where I was washing it so little that I did start to get this kind of grime to it that Maggie just loved. Sorry guys, I'm not in the comments as much. I'll take a break from my vanity discussion of hair. Diptyque is a great off-the-shelf perfume. Thank you for that. Lasts longer, avoids potential irritation with your skin. Yeah, I know. Thanks, Dan. Yeah, Gray Fox. I'll take that as a compliment. I'll take that as a compliment.
Gray fox is a compliment.
Alan, I would love to see your hair. I get curious when people start talking about themselves. So I'm always like, I want to know what's going on. Yeah, it's different hair types. It's tough to not wash. I imagine straight hair could probably hold the oil way more and get probably just more greasy than you want it to be. So I can imagine washing it. That's where I really believe in this. This Terra Essentials. I love this stuff. Or clay shampoo. I really believe in it. What up, Brian? Yeah, you'd like to coach everybody. Brian Bartholomew is the best agent in Los Angeles / Orange County.
Realtor.
Real estate agent.
Although if
realtor.
he was like an acting agent, he'd also be wonderful too.
Yeah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy in general. Yeah, this place is courtesy of him. He's the one that fast tracked this to closure. It was amazing. So if you guys are looking for an agent in Colorado, our man
he's
Brian.
A whiz.
But thanks, man. Thanks for joining the stream. Cheers to you. I think he's in an open house right now. I'll take it, Chad. I'll take it in a hot second. No, I know, Dan. You know me. I'm hesitant with you today. I'm sorry.
We're big fans of Dan H.
Yeah, Dan H is amazing. No, I'll take it, Chad. Thanks, man. Paul Newman all day. And you want to talk about a guy with some style? Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, he's.
What's the word? Spreadstura? Whatever the word is, like fashion without trying. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, thanks, Bri. Have a good one, man. Don't work too hard. I know you're not gonna listen. Let's see. Yeah, so hair can be a whole process. I think you can make a whole YouTube channel just about hair, and that wouldn't be spreadstura. Whatever. Dude, I'm gonna butcher it. Spreadstura. It's an Italian word, right?
I think so.
Sprezzatura. There you go. Right, you gotta do an accent and say it right. I kind of wanted to get on a little bit of a soapbox. Bear with me. But also I just like enjoying you guys. You guys are fantastic. Thanks again for everybody coming through. It's always enjoyable. And I love these live streams because I feel like I when I'm about to get on the soapbox, I don't think any of you guys need to hear, which is funny because you guys are all very fashionable. They're all saying that they're trying to help me in the comments.
Oh my god.
Sprezzatura. Sprezzatura.
Oh my god. Just stop right there. Tim, why don't you do an accent for everybody? The accent, a New Jersey accent.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Yeah, let me do it. Hold on. No, I can't now. I'm too embarrassed. Hold on. I can't.
How you doing?
How you doing today? No, no, it's not even that. That's not even good enough.
Terrible.
She loves my accent. She loves it.
Oh no, I don't.
She loves it. I can't. I love to do it like whenever some stupid movies on. So, anyways, I want you guys join. I should do an accents video. I did do. I tried to do an Atlantic accent. I think those are hilarious. Remember the Cary Grant, obviously the old black and whites, and Katharine Hepburn, and they all did this kind of Atlantic accent or mid-Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic.
Yeah. So, whenever I talk to guys, and I've been talking a lot about kind of like business strategies as far as helping guys and trying to get through this barrier of men's fashion or helping men dress better. And I feel like there's a huge barrier, especially, and again, it's not you guys, right? It's the guys that you see in the streets, or sometimes maybe even some of your friends where you're like, whoa, dude, you could probably work a little harder at this, right? And they need the help the most, and they're the last guys that are going to reach out.
Oh, yeah.
Right? And then, to me, I think the worst next step is the fact that they go online, right? And they look at fashion influencers. And I'm not. I'll be honest. I've kind of come to the realization I'm not, because I haven't been able to break through. I look at all my competition online, and the one thing that all these influencers are doing, probably the way to get someone to click on it is through fear. That it's a kind of our way of doing things right now. It's discourse, and it's not now. It's always been the case. Fear is what gets people to click. And it's, don't wear this. You're going to look stupid like this. You don't want to look cringy. Women don't want to see you wearing this. All these horrible things that I think stop, especially guys who are already not really hyped to fashion. And they're like, now they go online and all they're seeing is, oh, I don't want to look stupid. I don't want to look dumb. So then they're just fed a bunch of crap. And none of it to me is inspiring. Especially some of these videos where like, you know, you got some idiot who's never even worn some of these clothes telling you, no, this is how you should wear Chuck Taylors. I still can't get over it. I thought I saw a video talking about how to wear Chuck Taylors. I was like, I don't know, put them with some jeans. Anyways, my point is that I don't think that's going to inspire a guy who's not into fashion to get into fashion. I think that's just going to be too much information, and then they're just going to be stopping. And then the other side of the influencers are a bunch of really, really pretty, like borderline just kind of vain people that look pretty. And that's also rough for a lot of guys out there because they're like, I don't look like that. I don't look like this supermodel-esque guy. So how am I going to, and when I go to the store and I put those clothes on, I don't look like that. So I feel like that all keeps the guys who really truly need help back, keeps them from dressing well. So it's a shame. And that's where I feel like I would love to fit into that space if I can get to those people or if I can get to those guys. And I think, to me, the solution is simply come from a different point of view of showing people or showing guys their style, right? I love suits. That's me. I love suits. That doesn't mean you have to wear suits, right? I love knitted polos. I love old money, as I was trying to call it now, or cosplaying the rich is what I like to call it. And I love all that. That doesn't mean you have to love it, right? You can wear some amazing SoCal fashion, put some Dickies on, roll them up, wear, a cropped shirt. There's so much cool stuff out there that I feel like so few men are doing. Mm-hmm. That it's a shame. It's a shame. And that's kind of what I want to lean towards right now, moving forward, because I don't want to just help like one guy at a time. I would be more than happy to do that. But what I'm thinking of doing, and I kind of alluded to this last time, I want to create a subscription site where you guys can come through, and obviously most of you guys probably won't need it, but it would also be nice to have you there and be able to keep the conversation going and have that like mind talk about, hey, what's going on right now? What's trendy? What's cool? What do I like? Hey, just like right now, what we're doing, this is so nice to be able to tell people about colognes we like, certain brands we like, and share all that.
And also, I think it would be a nice, safe community where the men that you feel like don't reach out or wouldn't, necessarily seek your services could view it, right? Can just like
and grab those gems.
Yeah. And even ask questions when they finally feel the confidence to do so.
Oh, nice, Paul. Oh, I want to hear you. I want to hear what Paul said.
What is Paulie saying?
Transatlantic, right? Right, Chad? Yeah. No kidding, Josh. Just as smooth as Joey from Friends. Yeah, transatlantic. Is that what they called it? Yeah, it was all made up. It's so specific, but I love it. I love that era, obviously. Oh man, thanks, Dan. Thank you, Dan. Yeah, I know, man. I'm doing my thing. Yeah, it's the fear thing, Alan, is actually it's a tactic of copy. It's a tactic of marketing. It is. That's why we live in a kind of a messed up state of fear, like all the time. It's literally one of the main tactics to get people to click is fear. And it can go, like you said, it's everywhere. It's everywhere you go. It's everywhere you look. And obviously, that's how you get people to click. Man, thanks, Josh. Right? God, that's so refreshing to hear. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Trev, what's up, bud? Thanks, man. Welcome, man. And yeah, that's very validating. And that's what those words keep me going, because obviously, like, there's the ego of numbers and all that stuff. So, yeah, I feel like I find the real specific guys. They're like me too. Like I've been adoring fashion for a long time since I was a kid. I enjoyed it, but there was always this kind of challenge. Like, and that's why I finally can kind of, I'm old enough to now be wise enough to know why I was like, why was I challenged by all this? I mean, yeah, I liked GQ once in a while. I'd kind of thumb through it, but it would frustrate me mostly. Yeah, and Chad, right? Those are good. There's some other guys like me out there. So yeah, Luke Hodges, cool. Thanks. That's a good heads up. And Paul, thanks, man. Paul, thanks for joining again. And like you said, since we're on topic as someone who's very fashionable, I think the entrance barrier can be hard. It's hard to know how to get started. Exactly. Thank you, Paul. That's exactly what I'm saying. So for most guys, there's a select few guys who just simply don't care. Right? It's just like, no. And I don't
think they're few. I think there's a lot that say, I don't care.
I think there's a select few that truly don't care. Okay. I think there's a select few that say it don't care, but they truly do.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah. Okay. I get you.
Yeah. Right. And I love that, Paul, you're a great example. Like you said, it is so hard to get started because there's so many. I think the biggest hang up for most guys who, when they first get started, is either there's too much information or there's too many rules. Right. So you get stuck in this weird rule base where, oh, I'm not supposed to do that, but I can do this. And so none of it's coming from you, right? None of it's coming from you. You haven't been inspired to dress well. And that's the only reason I dress well. I get inspired, but then obviously externally I get inspired by movies. And I think that's another thing that people don't realize. We all think we're kind of getting it, like it's all coming from our core and it's made up by ourselves. No, man, we're being influenced by our outside view. So yeah, movies all day for me. It was always movies. I would to this day, I know you guys are going to, this really quickly, go watch Haunted Mansion, the new one. Fast forward to like halfway through the movie where Owen Wilson is wearing literally, I feel like a Japanese outfit. It is the coolest outfit in the entire movie. It's nowhere. I can't find it visually on images on Google. It's like one of the coolest outfits ever. That's how much I pay attention to movies is my point. So, but find where you get inspired. Find if it's out and about when you see people on the streets, but for the most part, it's going to be probably in social media and stuff like that. But and Paul, obviously, I'd be the perfect person. I would love to. Obviously, you're the perfect candidate of someone who I'd love to help and get them on a path where their vision and me helping them facilitate that vision can guide them to looking cooler, looking better, dressing in what they want to dress in. Not some rules, not what some woman online told them to wear, not what some guy feared them from wearing because they might look stupid, and also walk them through the process of the other thing that I think that is a huge barrier is your friends. Your friends and the circle you're around are going to be like, whoa, what are you doing? Because they've defined you. They've put you in a box and they don't want you to change. And so when you start to change on them, it's going to challenge them and they're going to go, and they're going to push back. And for the most part, I feel like if you're in a bigger city and people are more welcoming in your circle, you're probably not going to feel it. But I know I felt it. I know I felt it in Colorado for sure when I was growing up there. Yeah, for sure, Paul, as Maggie said. You said Hodges does Fits of the Week video where he highlights a few examples of every week of regular guys on Instagram and online. Yeah, I think I'm probably a little envious of this guy, Chad, because I tend to go probably a little too specific. I think I come from more of my space, and I forget that some guys just need like really basic stuff and for the regular guy, right? He's got to camp. I don't get that, Trevor.
That was from early on.
Yeah, because I've been talking for a long time.
Yeah, it's mostly camp fashion, I guess.
Man, he's seen as feminine. Oh my goodness, Dan. God, no kidding. The main fear is looking feminine. Oh my God, and it doesn't take much. I did a video a long time ago, and I got kind of shot down a little bit by the video because people are so quick to call you homophobic. They're so quick to call you something because you're like, no, I don't want to look feminine. I know it's so like that is a fear for a lot of men. Is the last thing you want to do is come across as kind of flamboyant or feminine because you're trying to attract the opposite sex. So of course, the last thing, and the mess up thing, what I'm trying to tell guys is like, I don't want to. Women look manly. Am I wrong in saying that? Women have been wearing men's clothes for 50 plus years.
Okay. Yeah. I've been wearing what, pants?
Yes, my point. I feel like I always have to like tread lightly in the subject. But I'm saying is for 50 years, women have the freedom to wear what they want. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. Men don't. Men don't.
No.
I'm just gonna stand. I'm gonna stand on that. We don't. So in a sense, what you're doing is you're just wearing the normal clothes that you're always wearing. Mm-hmm. But if you get out of like a jeans and a t-shirt, yes, there's probably a woman who wore it. Women wear this. Mm-hmm. Women wear this. Women were the first ones wearing high-waisted pants. Gay men were the first ones wearing short shorts. Right? Mm-hmm. Short shorts are trendy now. Gay men were wearing them first. So we're all going to be late to it, guys. As straight men, we're all going to be late to it. Anyways, I can get a whole subject on that.
I think short shorts also was a 70s thing. I think everybody wore short shorts in the 70s.
Yeah, but that stopped, right? After the 70s? Yeah. That was done. Oh, I do. Oh, he's going to go camping. All right. Enjoy, Chuff. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Dan. Thanks. Where are we at? What did you say? What was your second sentence?
Did I say something?
I don't know.
No worries. It's past. I'm reading. You have a very active comment section.
I know. Thanks, guys. Thank you.
It's awesome.
You guys are awesome. I know. It's fantastic.
Dan's like, look at my second sentence. And I can't go
That's
back.
funny, Chad. That's exactly right. That's funny. So what I got, because I kind of feel like I lived through it. In Colorado, metrosexual was quickly connotated as gay. I feel like, at least around the people I were around. And I was around some pretty dumb people, let's be honest. So what happened is it went back and forth, right? So metrosexual is this really, really cool thing that was happening in cities. But for anybody who wasn't in a big city, it was like dismissed as looking feminine. I know, I could never even admit using an eye cream. No kidding. Love mani-pedis, baby. I know, right? Come on. There's nothing better. I think it was, I feel like there's a great scene. I think it was in Bad Santa where Bernie Mac is getting a mani-pedi and he's like yelling at the, anyways. Oh God, it's a great scene. Mani-pedis. Yeah, Luke Hodges. Okay. Thank you, man. I'm envious of this guy.
Oh, poor Josh.
Josh. No, don't. I color it as bad, and I shouldn't because it's probably changed a lot. It's more of an international city now. They have weed.
They have weed.
So it's
way more chill.
Yeah, they're way more chill. It's probably a lot different. And also remember, I was coming of age in that city, so I had probably my own little hang-ups. And so no, definitely don't define the city as that. I do think bigger metropolises, you're just gonna have more freedom in them. You're just gonna have. I'm curious now where you're from, Josh. But yeah, there's definitely places. As soon as I moved to LA, and that was 15 plus years ago, right? Oh my God. Anyways.
Okay, Dan said, however, a lot of women's clothing's originally based off of men's military clothing. That's what he originally said.
It is?
I don't know the history of that.
No, now you got me thinking. Are you talking about, was it that shift? Was it World War II? And that, yeah, maybe you're right. It was that shift in World War II probably because they were all still home. They were starting to work in factories.
They had to go to the factories, right? And they didn't have the proper clothing.
You see Chad's comment? we're all singing praises. We're all singing praises of mani-pedis.
I think mani-pedis are
hands down. My feet are so ugly. They're so ugly.
Yeah, his feet are pretty
They're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. They're not webbed.
No.
They're not webbed. Because I think someone asked that one time. They're like, are they webbed?
Climb trees with his
I cannot climb trees. Why is it always such an exaggeration? I guess I started this.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, Josh, you're from London? I don't know why I was thinking you were U.S. Dan H is your neighbor. Maybe. No, you're not. South of England. London fashion is amazing for people watching. Portsmouth is all Fred Perry and Stone Island. Ooh, yeah. God. Yeah, see, so you're amongst your people. You're amongst your people. You got it's you don't have to worry about that whole, and I've talked about this a lot with the United States and kind of their culture and
Chad.
Yes. Yep. Yeah, pretty close. Pretty close. Oh my goodness, you're fantastic. Thank you. Thank you for. Oh goodness, and we're already at an hour almost. Did I get through my topics? Again, I can't thank you guys enough for coming through. This I'm never disappointed with my live streams. I'm always, yeah. So thanks.
Got a lot of
It's amazing that Paul's here.
It's amazing that Paul's here. He says.
It's amazing that Paul's here. Paul, you're VIP. You're VIP. It's okay, guys. I love every one of you guys here. Thanks for coming through. Getting Manny Penny with a blowtorch. That was hilarious.
I love that.
So I'll leave that at that, I guess. I feel like I could talk on and on
Come here, Roger.
about the restrictions, and I feel like I would love to help some men through it. That's all, and I'm hoping that a subscription site will help in that, and I'll keep you guys posted on that, and everything else. Yeah, right. The mic's a little in the
there
way.
we are.
All right, so yeah, I guess we should say goodbye.
Yeah.
Goodbye to the fam. Thanks for coming through.
Bye.
Thanks everybody for commenting and helping out and just joining us on a Sunday, doing some day drinking.
Sunday fun day.
Sunday fun day. And yeah, I'll keep them going. I'll keep them going. And I don't think I probably should hang out, especially since they're yeah, bye Chad. Bye Alan, bye Josh, bye Dan, and whoever else, and Paul, and whoever else came through. You guys are fantastic.